how's it going? Today's video is going to be a review and swatches of this new palette from Tarte Cosmetics. This was made in collaboration with Grav3yardgirl, aka Bunny, here on YouTube, and she is just amazing, you guys. I've been subscribed to her for a long time, and she just comes across as so relatable and kind and genuine, and I just really like her, and I think it is amazing that she teamed up with Tarte to create this palette. And I absolutely love Tarte, as a lot of you guys know. I often like to get my hands on their limited edition palettes and whatnot, and when I saw the inside of this guy, it was like posted early on Instagram, I knew that I had to get it because it is very neutral and just right up my alley. So I was really excited when I got an email saying that they were releasing a limited quantity during a pre-sale. So this was a couple weeks ago now. This doesn't actually release until June 6th, and then it kind of has a bunch of different release dates depending where you're shopping. So I'll make sure I have that all listed down below in case you guys are interested. But yes, I paid for this myself. I just got it as like a pre-sale type of deal, and yes, it will be on sale very soon. So one more thing that I want to mention before we start this video is that Bunny, Grav3yardgirl, has the most loyal, amazing following here on YouTube and social media. She calls her subscribers and like her people the Swamp family, and so she just has really grown this amazing, beyond loyal subscriber base. And so if there's anything I'm saying today that offends you, please keep in mind that this is just my review of this palette. This has nothing to do with how I feel about Bunny or about Tarte. This is just me reviewing a makeup palette. So please don't take personal offense to anything I say, because I do have some mixed thoughts when it comes to this guy. But yeah, with that said, let's jump into this. So this palette is actually called the Grav3yardgirl Swamp Queen Eye and Cheek Palette, and it also comes with a brush. I love this packaging. It has this like grainy kind of wood texture, and if you know Grav3yardgirl, like if you follow her, this defines her personality perfectly. I think it is so amazing that they captured her in a palette kind of, while still keeping with like Tarte's aesthetic, I guess you could say. And it just feels like a really kind of like sturdy, it almost feels like a little book to me, and I really like it. I think it's very unique. It has a picture of an alligator here, and everything about this palette is so personal and so personalized to Bunny, and I think that's awesome. But it's still appealing to a lot of people. So all in all, I love it. I love it. So then you open it up here, and this is going to blind you because of the mirror, and this gold is also super reflective, but it has a really, really nice size mirror here, and it's one of those mirrors that's very clear and it doesn't like distort your face the way that some palette mirrors can. And then at the top here, it has this quote that says, "Believe in yourself, love yourself, embrace your individuality." And I think that is awesome. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful quote, and it's a nice little reminder when you open up your palette. So other than that, it comes with a brush down here. This is, it actually doesn't have a name on it, but I love this brush, you guys. I think that it is awesome for like applying color all over your lid. I've used it for like my brow bone, my inner corner underneath my eye. I've had this palette now for over a week, so I've gotten to play with it a lot. So I feel like I have a really kind of good grasp on it, and the brush is something that I think is a great bonus of it. And the price, I didn't tell you the price. It retails for $54 Canadian or $45 American. And when you're getting everything that you are in here, 9 eyeshadows, 3 face products, and a brush, I think that value is phenomenal. I think it's really, really good. So that is a great point of it. The negative part for me is that there are some products in here, namely the face products and this eyeshadow over here, that have such large chunks of glitter in them that it almost makes them not usable. And for me personally, I just don't love glitter. And so it is definitely, you know, something that turns me off from the palette. But if you can tell here, I don't know if you'll be able to see from the light, there is just glitter chunks that fall into every single product because of the few with glitter. And unfortunately, I just think that Tarte kind of missed the boat with the formulation of some of these things. So let's talk about the face products first of all. Sweet Tea does this thing really work, and Gator Wings are the bronzer, blush, and highlighter in the palette. And the actual tones, like the actual shades of these products, are awesome. Sweet Tea is like a very kind of, it's almost like a deeper bronzer than what I'm used to, but it's nice to have something like that, given normally the bronzers that I pick are a lot lighter, and I think this type of shade is going to appeal to a lot wider spectrum of people, so I can get with the shade of it. Like it's a good bronzer. Does this thing really work is like a mid-tone mauve blush. It has like a hint of like that plumminess to it, like a little bit of purple, and I really like the actual shade. And the Gator Wings is a very beautiful like vanilla pearl type of highlighter. So the actual shades of these products I really like, but every single one has that chunky glitter texture to it that I was telling you guys about, and I am not a fan of that. I'm all about a nice like satin or shimmer type of bronzer or blush, but it's hard to work with, and you put it on your face and it's kind of like, there's kind of like chunks of glitter. Then you need to almost take like a clean brush, brush it away, and then you realize afterwards that you have like glitter on your neck or your shirt, or like, and the type of glitter that you can't brush off, it's really like stuck on there. So I don't know, I'm just not my favorite formulation. I think it's really too bad Tarte didn't just go with like their Amazonian clay blush formula for this guy and their Park Ave Princess bronzer formula for the bronzer. So I like the shades, but just not my favorite formula. Now, Gator Wings, the highlighter, is so crumbly that it is almost like it doesn't go on the place where you put it. So say if you're taking a nice little highlighter brush and you're trying to place it on that highest point, it literally crumbles when it's on your face. And I couldn't believe it when I was using it, because that is just not what I expect from Tarte, and I was just highly disappointed, like very, very disappointed in that shade. It's just like chunky. I don't know. It's just really too bad. And it's actually not as bad when I'm using my finger, but applying this with a brush, it just crumbles it up even more. So not overly happy with the face powders, unfortunately, but they are still usable. I used this whole palette for my face today, and you can see that it looks nice. The shades, you know, they blend nicely. It's not about that. I think it's just really the glitter. It's throwing me off. If you love glitter all over your face, this is for you. Moving along to the eyeshadows. The eyeshadows, you guys, I love. There are so many in here that are just that awesome Tarte formula that we all know and love, and I just want to talk about them quickly, each one. So Swamp Family Strong is this beautiful light pink champagne shade. It has a beautiful satin finish, glides on smoothly, and I've actually been preferring this guy as a highlighter over Gator Wings. Next, Natural Peaches. So beautiful, like my brand new favorite transition shade. It is just this light peach color, exactly as you would think, and it is beautiful. Dogman is like a burnt orange color, and there are tiny little gold shimmers in there, but this type of shimmer is not offensive to me in any way, shape, or form, because even though you can definitely see those kind of like gold chunks of glitter in there, on the eye, it just blends beautifully and doesn't like fall down all over your face. So I love Dogman. Big Baby is not as pigmented as I would like. I was hoping that it would be more like one of the light vanilla shades from like the Tartelette palette, but it's a lot more sheer. I've still been getting use out of it because I've been using it as like a base. So after I prime my eye with like an eye primer or concealer, I've just been putting that all over the lid. So I've been liking that one, but that type of use wouldn't work for everyone, of course. Sassy Bun. Beautiful shade. It's what I have all over my lid today. Stunning. Like honestly, makes this whole palette actually worth it in my opinion, because it is absolutely beautiful. But it is very, very similar to that like coppery bronze shade that they have in the Tartelette in Bloom palette. So if that is like the selling feature for you, this one particular shade, you can definitely use that one. Sippy Sippy is another one, way too glitter chunky mess for me. You can see in all the swatches though that like these are incredibly pigmented, incredibly soft. It has a very nice deep dark brown base to it. If you're going to use this shade though, I would highly recommend doing your eyeshadow first and your face makeup afterwards, because this type of glitter will fall down and kind of get, you know, interrupt your foundation and everything else. Haunting down here is another very beautiful shade. I will say that Haunting and hashtag SFS are very similar, so if I'm being really picky, I would say they should have maybe come up with something a little bit different, just because they come off very similar on the eye, but it is very pretty. Uncommon is another one of my favorites. It is like this like steel purple, and it just all over the lid is absolutely beautiful. I love that this shade is a little bit on the cooler side. And then Man Cat over here is another favorite. It is like this deep eggplant color, but again, there are sparkles all in it, and that is the issue with my palette, with this palette in general, in my opinion. Like, I love Man Cat, but I want, when I go to use it, I don't want to have to like clean it off first and then get the color out and be fighting with like the glitter from everything else. So overall, packaging, I absolutely love. The layout of it, I love. The concept, the brush, how it looks, I really like. The eyeshadows in general, I really like them. I think that Natural Peaches, Sassy Bun, Uncommon, Dogman, like I love those types of eyeshadows. They are neutral, but they are unique. I have been using Natural Peaches every single day, and I think it's awesome. The Sippy Sippy, this shade over here, and Gator Wings, and Sweet Tea, and Does This Thing Really Work, the 3 face powders, and this guy, unfortunately for me, the way that the powders are so, like, they kick up so much fallout with, and all that glitter in there, it gets everywhere, and it in a way deters me from using the whole palette, unfortunately, and so I can't fully wholeheartedly recommend this when I feel like I'm reaching into this palette for these 8 shades here, but even then it's like something that I'm like, do I have the time to work with that today? So if I'm going to give it like a rating, I would probably say, for comparison, like my Tarte Let in Bloom palette, I would give that palette like a 9.5 out of 10. I absolutely love it. My Tarte Showstopper palette also has face products in there, so it might be a better comparison. I'd probably give that a 9 out of 10. So if I had to give this a rating, I'd probably give this like a 7 out of 10. I think if you love glitter and you're okay with it, you would absolutely love this. I think if you are a huge fan of Bunny, it is absolutely worth your money to support her. But I will just say that this is not my favorite, and it was sad for me to realize that it wasn't my favorite, I'll tell you that. But like do you say that? Do you say that? It's crazy. The glitter, the fallout, it is crumbly, like. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Leave me a comment down below if this is something that you own already, or if you're thinking of picking up. If you found this video helpful, just let me know in the comments down below, and I will definitely get back to you guys. I hope you're all having an amazing day. Please subscribe if you haven't already. It means so much to me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.